Sorry guys, it's an emergency video. I've just made some connections. Need to hurry up because I need to book a hotel. I don't have time because I'm supposed to leave today. Need to check out today. So I need to book a hotel ASAP basically. I was on the toilet, in the bathroom, had a wee. Anyway, never mind. Just needed to provide some context maybe. Not that you need to know that I was having a wee. Okay, so I was in the bathroom. Made a few connections. Please forgive me guys, I'm really tired. This torture of me is exhausting. This torture of me is exhausting. Somebody's coughing outside. Clearly they don't want anyone knowing. The US government do not want anybody knowing. I've made a few connections. Forgive me, please. I'm just so exhausted right now. Well, not so exhausted, but you know, just a little bit tired, yeah? Not so exhausted, but just tired, right? I need some time to gather my thoughts because I didn't plan this video. I don't have no notes, no fuck all, no plan, right? No notes, no plan what to say. I just needed to jump on camera, not literally, and say what I needed to say. Give me a few moments whilst I gather my thoughts. So I was in the bathroom doing a wee just to gather my thoughts. I then made some connections. So my family being one of the most powerful most powerful and elite wealthy families in the world, not reached our fullest potential because of corrupt government sabotage, eugenic sabotage, attempted eugenic sabotage in the assassinations of my mum, dad, and brother. So, given that the directed energy weapon attacks intensified, gang stalking intensified upon the realisation that I had the potential connections to my half African grandfather, wealthy man, powerful man, could have had connections to Nelson Mandela. Certainly the work that I'm doing, the activism work, would sort of, how to say, make sense, right? Both trying to help people fight for our human rights, right? Anyway, that is sort of like a link anyway to the work of Nelson Mandela. Made a few connections. So in regards to the intensified directed energy weapon attacks, when I made the connections inside of my head because of mind reading technologies, there's every potential that my very rich and one of the most powerful families in the world, me and my family, my half African grandfather, may well indeed have connections to other most very wealthy and powerful and elite families in the world too. So when I thought about it, I thought chances are that my ancestors or my half African granddad might have had global connections, like professional connections, right? Chances are that my ancestors or my family, like my half African granddad, may have known or had professional connections or connections to Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden family. I don't know if I've talked about it before. I've just had so much effing crap to deal with. It's just one drama after another. It's just endless torture. Anyway, we saw the September 2001 terrorist attacks, Osama bin Laden. Sometime, I don't know how many years, I don't know the case details in full, I don't know much at all. But This was the beginning of the downfall of Osama bin Laden. That was September 2001. We saw the upcoming ending of Osama bin Laden. 2002, my mum gets ill. I have reason to believe it was somewhere in 2001 that it was all planned that my mother would be assassinated in 2001. I believe that plan was made in 2001. 20 years down the line, my whole family's dead. It took them 20 years to kill off all my family, assassinate them all. 2001 to 4th of April 2021. Sorry, 4th of April 2021. My dad's dead. So, considering the events, I must have returned to the UK sometime in 2001, and it might have actually been in April 2001, having spent some time in Hong Kong with my dad. So I was probably only about 17 years old at the time. So if you just connect the dates, right, they must have tried to assassinate my mum around about that time period of 2001, April 2001, when I returned to the UK. But then these sadistic psychopaths of the British government and Hong Kong government, and the US government, they love to do the plus 2 or minus 2, just to prove your hypothesis or prove what you're saying is wrong, and it's an attempt to conceal, right? They love to add digits, +1, +2, plus whatever, just to conceal their criminality and mass murder. Do you know what I mean? Cover up crimes. So they'll add +1, +2 digits. I learned that tactic from them. So I did it on my email address too. Targeted individual 1985, right? Get me? I saw they was doing that, so I just fucking do it back. When you hang around with a ton of when you're being swamped with submerged, trying to submerge you into negativity by these gang stalking psychopaths, sadistic psychopaths, you learn these tricks along the way, don't you? You learn to use your brain, right? You learn their tactics. If you want to protect yourself, study their tactics. Psychological warfare, Stasi's Exxon, gang stalking tactics, harassment tactics. Learn it all and get real good. Learn it to protect yourself and your family, your loved ones and the community, right? That's not why I jumped on camera. I need to make it quick. I got under 2 minutes. I fucking waffle. Anyway, not really. It's all important. That's not why I jumped on camera. Not literally. I've got 1.5 minutes. Crap. How am I going to relay it in that sort of time? Right. So, 2023? Lisa Marie Presley, Elvis Presley. I have reason to believe they were both assassinated by the US government because of the connections. They love to group targeted individuals together, get them to marry or have a romantic relationship. E.g., my mum and my dad. My mum's dad was a kung fu instructor or martial arts instructor, and that in itself represents strength. Oh crap! I'm gonna have to end it. I need to end it. The video. It's coming up to 10 minutes, and I just need it to be cut down short, unless I continue. I'll continue. Never mind. Right. It gives me more time to explain. As I was just saying, so targeted individuals. My mum must have been a targeted individual. she's a good woman, but my mum would say, I think my mum would say, I was ugly and more than saying, translation from Cantonese, I was ugly and nobody wanted me, and same thing happened to me. I'm not ugly, but I was brainwashed into thinking I was ugly from when I was a small child, and all the way till like when I was 30 something, I felt that I was ugly because of British government and Hong Kong government, gang stalking, coerced me, brainwashed me into thinking I was ugly, right? Ugly for the majority of my life. I felt, I don't know, just really, really bad about myself. Felt worthless because of all the torture and harassment and gang stalking for 40 years. I felt so like low self-esteem, so low self-confidence, right? For the majority of my life, probably from small child, from I don't know, toddler onwards. I mean, it would maybe, what's wax and wane mean? Wax and wane, I don't know what it means. What I'm saying is it was not like a constant thing. It would be in varying degrees of having low self-confidence. My aunt Elaine said, "你對自己冇信心." What's that mean? Does that mean no confidence? My auntie Elaine, in the year that my mum got assassinated, funeral year, was it 2006? We sat at a table, massive table, having a meal in Hong Kong, and my auntie Elaine, 佢話, "你對自己冇信心." What's that mean? What's that mean? Is it you to yourself, you have no 信心? What's 信心? Is that self-belief or self-confidence? Wow, after 40 years of torture, and I was only 21 at the time, what do you expect? That's what they wanted. The British Hong Kong government, they wanted that, and they achieved it. But fuck them, 2 fingers, mate, 2 fingers, you fucking retards. Whole damn lot, you fucking retards. Anyway, so, as I was saying, my mum must have been a targeted individual. She told me she saw Bruce Lee come into the restaurant that she was working in when she was in Hong Kong. Now, I have every suspicion that Bruce Lee, because of his exceptional talent and him being an ethnic minority, as in being Chinese by blood, he could have been assassinated by the US government. But that I just think maybe investigations need to be done here, right? About the US government, about the Hong Kong government, right? And whether Bruce Lee, whether he had any ethnic blood in him other than Chinese. We need to delve deeper into his ancestral history. You need to consider, did he have any royalty? Now, Princess Diana of Wales, she's royal. And she got fucking mowed down by MI6, Military Intelligence 6. China government could have had something to do with that too. Whether coercion was involved, I don't effing know. You never know, right? It's like 1997, the handback of Hong Kong back to China. And then all of a sudden, same year, Princess Diana's fucking mowed down. And she's with an ethnic minority, Dodi Al-Fayed. I don't know what his origins are, but he's an ethnic minority, right? Ethnic minority meaning what? Black people? Chinese people? Asian people? Something that's not white skinned. Is that correct? Ethnic minority. Anyway, sorry, I'm scratching because of radiation-induced dermatitis. Keep scratching, it's all red, all bumpy, it's horrible. It's a cosmetic torture, fucking making my skin look all all bumpy and red. Radiation-induced dermatitis. What's hives? Anyway, so they tend to group targeted individuals together, and then they assassinate the pair of them. Now that then leads me to think the case of what's her name? Brittany Murphy. Both of them dead at almost the same time, right? Not long, one death after another, right? I don't know the timescales. I haven't read the case details, but it was some years ago. I don't remember the dates. A few years ago, not in recent years. I put on social media about it. The case of Brittany Murphy and her husband, even her husband, Monjack, wasn't it? Something Monjack. Now I read a Huffington Post. Are they based in the US? Newspaper, are they? Anyway, Huffington Post had said something along the lines. It might be so and so was standing up for a friend. A friend was being targeted by the US government. I think it was like security and all that. Something security, like the like intelligence agencies and secret services sort of thing. The equivalent, the British, but the equivalent in the US. The what do you call it? Is it CIA, FBI, that sort of thing? Is it? I need to learn more. Anyway, the case of Brittany Murphy, I think if either it was her or somebody else or whatever, or vice versa, somebody was standing up for a friend who was being targeted and gang stalked, harassed by the US intelligence agency, secret services. I don't know what they're called in the US. But certainly in UK they call it the British intelligence agencies and secret services. So what I'm banging on about is the US government equivalent, right? I don't know what it's called. But yeah, this woman was being gang stalked, whatever, surveilled by the US intelligence agency, secret services. I'll just call it that for now because I don't know what it's called, what the correct term is called. But you know what I mean, right? The equivalent in the UK is Military Intelligence 5, Military Intelligence 6 UK, and GCHQ. What's GCHQ stand for? Is it Government something headquarters? Government Communications Headquarters, is it? GCHQ, anyway. So they'll group they'll pair up these targeted individuals together. Now, what makes me think that my mum was a targeted individual? One, she said, "Oh, she's ugly, nobody wants her." But then she had exceptional character. And she was a beautiful woman. Jean Smith said she was a beautiful woman. Yun Song Mei said she was a beautiful woman. My dad's friend, Yun Song Mei, a Chinese medicine doctor in Hong Kong, said mum's beautiful. But my mum it was just fucking drummed into her, probably by the Hong Kong government, that she was ugly. And Cantonese, it means, oh, I'm ugly, nobody wants me. And I felt the same too. It's generational targeting, guys. It's a generational targeting of my mum and my dad. Now, why is my mum a targeted individual? One, she sees Bruce Lee come in the same restaurant. My auntie Lolly and my mum had seen Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan liked my auntie Lolly more. Not liked, but gave him, maybe, I don't know, preferred, just in casual conversation, maybe directed his attention to my auntie Lolly more, yeah? My mum said, "Oh, Auntie Lolly, jot lang gong or something about like that." Jot lang gong, I think what it means. My sister Lolly, my auntie, she dresses better than me, or dresses weller than me, or more well than me, or more smarter than me. That sort of thing, right? Similar meaning. Oh, so Jackie Chan directed more of his attention and wanted to speak more to Auntie Lolly. That's my interpretation. Anyway, I wasn't here to talk about Jackie Chan. I wasn't here to fucking... Anyway, never mind. It went off track. So, I have reason to believe.